Hi, friends. Welcome back. After seeing the integrator and differentiator actions performed by RC circuit to the pulse input, now let us see it in our analogous world where we can easily understand what actually we were trying to say in the previous sessions. So, this is our experimental setup, which we are very much aware of, which we have been using since many days. So here we have two tanks connected with a pipeline, and the thickness of the width of the pipeline decides how much resistance it provides to the flow of water. The narrower the pipe, the higher will be resistance. The wider the pipe, the lower will be the resistance. And the size of the tank will decide how much water capacity it can have. So we have begin our experiment, and now we have the experiment in equilibrium state. That means the water has displaced from the tank where water was in excess to the other side, whatever way it was. And now finally we have a situation where the water levels in both the tanks are equal. The height of water in both tanks is equal, and that's what we call equilibrium state. Now let us work out saying that a sudden water is added to this tank. A volume of water is suddenly added to this tank as opposed to slow addition of water as we seen in our earlier case. Sudden, say, one bucket of water is suddenly dropped into this, and because of which suddenly the water level in this tank will raise. And the moment water level raises, there is a potential difference between these two levels, and because of which there is potential energy which forces water to flow from this tank to this tank, and hence the water will start raising. In the beginning there is large difference, so the water flow at a faster rate, and as the level raises the difference reduces, and hence the water flow slows down, and therefore what we get is this is our level when we started, and this was sudden raise given to the input, that is suddenly the level of water is raised by this much, and because of which the level of water here also sees a change. And when the two levels are equal, then the water flow stops, and that's what we call again another equilibrium is reached. Now what's going to happen is the input suddenly drops. Input suddenly drops. What do you mean by input suddenly drops? Is now the input, that is the water, a bucket of water is suddenly picked up from this, which was added to this. Now suddenly it was picked up, and because of which what happens is the water level here is less compared to the water level here. So the water level here is this much, whereas water level here has come down to the initial level, and because of which the water here starts flowing in the reverse direction, and hence it gets back to its original value. The water comes back to its original value and it settles back to these levels again. So that's another steady state or equilibrium state. So what is happening is we are seeing what has happened to the level of this water. If you just check the level of this water, when suddenly a bucket of water is dropped into this level starts rising and then reaches its peak and stays there as long as this level is not disturbed. And when another bucket of water is taken out suddenly, then this starts flowing back and the water level drops slowly, exponentially, and reaches back till the two levels are equal. If you look at what happens at the level of the tank, this is what you see. Instead of that, if you see what is happening between these two, that is what is happening between these two levels, if you look at it, the difference between these two, if you look at it, so till this point, the difference was zero because the water level at the both the tanks were equal, and when suddenly water is dropped into this tank, then only this tank level raises because water has not yet started flowing, and the level of this tank raises. Therefore, there is a higher value at this point, lower value at this point. So the difference between these two suddenly raises. Then water starts flowing, and because of which this starts raising up, and as this is raising up, the level, the difference between these two keeps reducing, and that reduces and reduces, and finally the two will become equal. And when the two become equal, no more water flow, and hence it remains in that state till this is disturbed again. So at this instant, a bucket of water is suddenly taken out, and now the two levels were equal when we were here, and when a bucket of water is suddenly taken out, the level of water in this tank comes down to this, whereas the level of this tank is here. So that means now this is lower than this. So we find that the difference suddenly goes negative, and then water flows back, and because of which we get back to our original, and whatever excess water had flown into this tank comes back, and again both the levels will be equal, and that remains for till this gets disturbed again. So this is what is the one we had seen for this circuit, and this is the response we had seen for this circuit. So we are checking the voltage across C. That means you are looking at the potential difference at the C. That is, you are looking at the potential difference at the C. That is height of water in the tank. Then this is what you get. Or if you look at the potential difference across R, that means R is this, So one side is this level, other side is this level. So you are checking the difference in the two levels, then this is what you are going to see. So this is the integration action and this is the differentiation action. So depending on the size of the tank, depending on the size of the pipe, the R and C values are decided. So for this to behave as a better integrator, the R should be very small, R should be very narrow, or pipe should be narrow. That means R should be very high, and the tank should be wider, so it should be a large C. Therefore, it slowly changes, slowly raises, slowly falls, so it's almost linear, and that acts as an integrator. If you want to make it as a differentiator, then make sure that the flow is as fast as possible. So keep the pipe wider, that means have low resistance for flow, or make sure that the tank is smaller so that C is small. So in turn, R into C is small. If R into C is small, then this width will be small. So it resembles more and more towards the spike if R into C goes down and down compared with this width. So that's integration and differentiation action we can explain through this. So this is our differentiation and this is our integrator. So that's all, friends, for RC circuit. In coming session, let us see when a diode is included into this system, what would happen. So keep watching. Till then, take care. See you. Bye.